Hey Raz, how you doing? That sounds like a plan. How's the volume? Is it too loud with the AC on? It's starting to turn into a hot box. I had to put it on. Ah, hopefully the surgery wasn't too bad. Hopefully it wasn't anything serious. Alright, that's good. Hey Hulk Smash, no. I'm just building up Harley. I'm gonna go over in a second what's going on. But nobody, I gotta get more people to vote on a Harley. I just been prepping her up. Hey Chris, hey JC. Actually, I think I could turn off the AC for a bit. See how well it cools off. Hey Chris, I don't know if you know this artist. I went to the Garden State Comic Con last weekend, and there was a artist there. Her name is Adriana Mello. I was looking at her artwork at the table, and she sort of reminded me of you a bit, and also Adam Hughes. So I was talking to her, and I told her I wanted to do a commission with her because it was just kind of cool to meet somebody else. And I showed her your Power Girl, and she said she met you a few years back. Really nice lady. Yeah, I just shipped out the whatchamacallit, the Tabalicious kit today, again for the second time because UPS in Mexico denied it. So it was $300 to ship it with FedEx. Crazy. Alright, so I guess I'll kind of break this down. So, what I've been doing to get this ready for the whoever wins, you know, whatever character wins for Harley, I broke off the piece here, and so I got to rebuild the chest because that little piece that goes on here, you can see it's like a lot of her chest over here is missing, so we got to do that. Oh, so you do know her? Yeah, she was pretty nice. I saw a Wonder Woman cover she had on her table, and I absolutely fell in love with it. So yeah, we were talking and everything, and I wanted to do 11 by 17 and stuff, and you know, when I showed her your Power Girl, she absolutely loved it. She said she knew you and stuff. So it's kind of funny that I'm finding people that know you and kind of in the little group. But anyway, so I also chopped up her booty because the way it worked for the cloth is they had the booty come down to here for her cloth, And I needed to take that away because what happened is her crotch area didn't line up with the booty cheeks down here. So I had to rework this. So I chopped this down. So I'm going to sort of rebuild this today. And I'm going to build out her neck. Because I just wanted to do some sculpting today. I was on the road all morning, so... Yeah, Chris, I'm going to see what she could do for me. It's just nice to see somebody else at the show that I haven't seen before, so... yeah, Hulk Smash, like I said, I think there's 4 votes so far on the Patreon page. I gotta get the other patrons that might not be paying attention to get in there and vote. So I'm gonna have to send them some messages. Because I want to build up her chest today a bit, like the collarbone and stuff. But the problem is I don't know who's gonna win. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to attach the head to the body or if it's gonna be removable head. So I just want to sort of keep getting this built up. You know, I want to clean up all these lines here. You can see a lot of casting issues with these lines, especially like on the arm around here. So I just want to keep getting her really cleaned up like I've been doing around here. Just so once whoever wins, at least the basic figure is going to be ready to go. So I'm going to rebuild her chest too because like I said, this is all wrong up here. And I really want to clean up the butt a little bit more because this side was super big, this side was super small. So I want to clean this up a bit. And then I have a kit here that I'm working on because I have some of that clear resin from AK Interactive and I don't want it to go to waste, so I figured I have this swimsuit kit. I'm thinking I'm going to kind of put her together and then this way I don't waste that clear resin. Just one of these kits I wanted to put together, just for fun. Something I always have these extra things on the side to build so I don't waste materials. As far as April O'Neil, I got to figure out what to do with those hands yet. So that's kind of like stuck at the moment. But Shego, we're going to work on her as well. Try to do some hair. Alright, I got to put the AC back on. It's getting too hot again. So hopefully the noise isn't all that bad. It's funny, we had amazing weather for weeks and now all of a sudden we're back at 90-degree weather. Hey, what's up, raccoon? Yeah, I gotta pressure some of the Patreons to start voting. There's a couple that support, but I don't think they pay attention much. Hey Hangerbird, this is the Patreon's choice statue. So far we don't know who's gonna be made yet, but I'm just kind of getting her ready for whatever wins. Long story short, Patrons get to vote on what they want done. Whether it's a crossing guard, police officer, 90s metal group, whatever they want to vote for, and then we're going to take all those together and I'm going to pull it out of a hat on the stream. So we'll see what wins down the line. But it's one of those items that underneath the cloth, there's all this casting errors. You can see all the stuff they didn't clean up. So you can see everything I've been rebuilding. I chopped up the booty. You can see that they glued in the arms. But Giganta and Wonder Woman are pretty much done. I just gotta wait for the stickers to come in, and then I can finish out with some videos. See if I can get those done next week. So I'm mixing a little bit of Fix-It with regular Aves only because my Fix-It is at the end of it, and sometimes I like to give it a little bit of a tougher material to sculpt with. So whenever I mix, like always, I'm just putting some safety solvent into it, soften it up. Have you guys been watching the sideshow reveals for the San Diego Con? I really like the Olivia Frankenstein bride, and also the new Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. Look pretty good. Yeah, I really like the bride. I'm actually debating on if I'm actually going to get it or not. I want to see what's revealed. I want to see the prices of everything, and then if it's in my budget, maybe I'll do it later in the year. But I love the Suicide Harley Quinn though. I really like that one a lot. It's the outfit I wish was in the movie the whole time, but it was only in for like 5 minutes. But I think I would get that one and I would repaint it a little bit more like a leather. So I'll see about that one. Alright, so since I got some soft Aves, I want to do this one piece. So this kit here, it's cut like right there, and it kind of clicks in. But I want to squeeze some Aves in there and clean up and fill in the area. So I think what I'm going to do, take some Aves, soften it up, sort of put it around the edge so it kind of squeezes. Hey, it's that, I mess around with anime kits too every once in a while. This is for my own personal use. I like the anime kits when they have the swimsuits and the Playboy Bunny versions. So I like to have these on hand for like filling in stuff. So this is a kit I got a while back. It's a swimsuit. So I think she stands on a chair and she's like a lifeguard. But what I want to do is, since I got that crystal clear AK interactive stuff, I need to waste it. So I was thinking of building a pool and have her like she's standing on the edge of the pool and put like water over the foot. So I'm thinking of doing something like that for this, because I gotta use up that clear resin. I don't know the shelf life on it. Alright, so for this piece, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze glue here and here. That should be enough to kind of get that in there. Raccoon, it's just for myself. It's just going to be a painted anime kit in a swimsuit. No specific character. You know what it is I like swimsuits. I like how the anime sculpt the swimsuits. So I want to do more of like with the water. It's kind of more practice too. I want to practice with the AK Interactive. So I want to see if I can make a like a wall that she's standing in a pool, and see if the clear resin will go that thick but like that thin. So I want to see how well that works. I'm not sure if I can. I might have to build it up little by little. I don't know. It's an experiment, but I like to experiment with stuff that I enjoy, so we'll see how it works. So then we're going to take this, sort of squeeze it in. I have a lot of side items that are like filler items that I'm working on, but the problem is they're all like at the stage where they got to be like detailed, so it's kind of hard to like fill that stuff in and detail everything in one shot. So I figured I'd get this going. Hey Jacob, I'm busy week. Lot of repairing to get done. How's your week going? I finished out my Miss Marvel statue this week. I'll try and get that video up when I get a chance. No, Chris, I didn't watch it. It's not the Miss Marvel I care for. I like all the old school characters, so. Actually, I haven't watched anything really. I haven't watched the Obi-Wan. I haven't watched Boba Fett. I haven't watched Miss Marvel. I didn't watch a lot of that stuff actually. I think Phase 4 of Marvel, I'm not really into it. I'm not really into the characters or the stories too much. I watched Moon Knight, but I found myself not really paying much attention to it. I think I enjoyed The Boys and the Umbrella Academy more than anything. Yeah, Moon Knight, I don't know, I never really was into the character, so I really didn't get into the show. Yeah, The Boys is absolutely hilarious. I absolutely love The Boys, so that show is just phenomenal. No, I never watched that Raccoon. I really don't watch a lot of stuff, to tell you the truth. I really, by the time I'm done working at night, I'm like just kind of on YouTube. And I'm just like kind of over Hollywood at the moment. Like I saw Umbrella Academy because the only reason why I love Umbrella Academy is number 5. The character and the actor is hilarious, but the rest of the characters and stuff I really don't care for. So I really don't pay much attention to a lot of other stuff. I love time travel, so there was a show called Lazarus Project. I tried watching that. I gave up after the 2nd episode. It got boring. Yeah, Raccoon, their season, is it 4 or 3? It just came out like last month or something. I don't know, I absolutely love it. Although this latest season was kind of meh. Number 5 was good, but he was like toned down a lot. I don't know why they toned him down. Dark? I don't know what that is. Like I said, I don't watch much at all. Like I never saw Breaking Bad, I never saw Game of Thrones, so I'm not like in the know for anything. Yeah, Klaus is good. The actor actually was funny. He was in an old BBC show called The Misfits. It's where they had these powers and they were like really like delinquent kids with powers. It was a really good show. That was pretty cool. If you're into the BBC stuff, you should check out that one. I think it was his first like show or something. He did a good job in it. He was only in for 1 season, though. Oh, yeah, see, I never saw Breaking Bad either or any of that, so... So I'm the person at the water cooler at like the next day, like not knowing what the hell people are talking about. Yeah, Jack Reacher I saw, only because I like the movies. So the Jack Reacher TV show was amazing. I hope they do more seasons with that. I actually found the Jack Reacher show better than the movies. Hey, what's up, Iceman? Yeah, I just finished Stranger Things the other day, and I can't really say I absolutely loved it. I mean, it was good, but it's not like it was the best thing I ever saw. I guess it's just not my thing. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't mind-blowingly like everyone claims it out to be. Hey, what's up, Scott? Yeah, it's a hot one here today, too. That's why I got the AC on, so I apologize if you're hearing the AC running. I have more fun just watching stuff on YouTube, honestly. Yeah, like I said, I never saw Stargate. There's so much stuff I have not watched. That's why when I see family members, they're like, "Did you see this? Did you see that?" I'm like, "No." They always think I live in a bubble or something, but just not into this stuff. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Coast to Coast AM. It's like a talk show, and it's all about like aliens, conspiracy theories, you know, stuff like that. So I listen to that stuff more than anything. I like to just sit here, work late at night, and just listen to, like, you know, stuff like that. Whether it's real or not, it's just fun. I like to let my imagination run wild. Like Hollywood's given up on new ideas, so it's usually just the same stuff to me all the time. So I grew up on Beavis and Butthead. I absolutely used to love Beavis and Butthead. I had t-shirts. I even still have some of the comic books. But I kind of grew out of it there for a while. I mean, I'll check it out. I still got to watch the movie. But it's not like it's something I got to see. I mean, I got a lot of work to do, but I don't like run, like, when I'm done at night, I don't like run to the TV and like gotta put on the latest, like, you know, like what media tells you it's the next best show ever, everyone's watching it. I just don't do that anymore. I'd rather have comedy come back, like, you know, Seinfeld and stuff like that. But that's not allowed anymore, so I don't really watch anything. So Iceman, did the airbrush work out? You got it and everything? Or are you gonna like test it this weekend? Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm just being honest with it. You know, I love Iowa brushes. It's kind of my go-to, so. You know a show I saw a while back? Well, two shows I saw. What is it? The 12 Monkeys, that TV show, because it's based off the movie and I love time travel. And then there was another one called Continuum, or I think it was called Continuum. It's about a girl who goes back in time or the future, and it's like all like screwed up. So stuff like that I'm into. Alright, as I build up our booty, I'll be shaving it down with sandpaper later when it cures, because it's easier to shape it than it is to shape resin. So we're just kind of rebuilding the booty a bit, and then I'll clean it up. Giving her more of a bubble butt, so. Yeah, I never got into Star Trek. The latest movies were good, only because it had to do with like the whole time thing. But other than that, I'm not a Star Trek fan either, so I don't know. Jacob, I gotta send out a message to a lot of the Patreons. I gotta send out some emails and tell them to get in there and vote. There's a bunch of people who haven't voted, so I don't know if they even pay attention to the post I make. So I have to see if I can force them to do some votes. It's a while before I started. I'm just still prepping her up now. It's a lot of prep work on this, so I figure while I'm doing other things, I can get it ready. Because this whole booty area was messed up. The whole neckline has to be rebuilt. So we got a ways to go. So I'm just in the mood to do some sculpting tonight, so I figure I can rebuild this. Yeah, my suggestion is if you can find a fan now, I would get it, because there's a lot of supply chain issues coming up. You know, with cars, parts. Even today, I went to the Walmart this morning and I needed garbage bags, and there's no garbage bags on the shelf. When I went to the comic book show, the dealers were telling me that comic book bags are drying up because they can't get the supplies. The boiler that was put into my house, it's got a little bit of a leak, nothing major. So I contacted the guy that put it in, and I said, hey man, I need you to come and fix this leak. And he says that his car, well, his second truck is in the shop, and they can't get parts for it. So he's only down to one truck. So if you can get it now, I would. Even if you have to sit on it, because it might be cheaper or you might not be able to find it. Yeah, it's alright, so I also ordered a gallon kit of freeform air from Smooth On. So I called them, and they said that they don't have any freeform air in stock along with some other products. And they said they don't know when they're going to be able to fill it in, but she says, you know what, let me go look in the warehouse and see if there's any kits left. So they found one kit left. It used to be like $90 shipped to me. It was $180 shipped to me. So things are drying up, so be careful if you're looking for stuff. Iceman, those two blowers I have are Dayton ones, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, but if you're looking for supplies, I'd be very careful, because a lot of things are starting to dry up on people. So and I think it has to do with some plastics too, mostly, but I'm not really entirely sure. This booty is not working too well, but I'm going to have to shape this up a lot with sandpaper. Yeah, I think if you could find like the same type of model, you'd be fine. It all has to do with like the RPMs and all the other stuff. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Dayton ones are pretty much made like in the same factories. It's just a brand name on it, you know. As long as it works, that's all that counts. But yeah, if you guys are looking for supplies, don't put it off for a while. Things are getting pretty much of a pain in the ass. Well, there's something else to look up for. If you watch those videos that I posted a while back from that one YouTube channel, they talk about the what is it? The length of your exhaust and how much static electricity and blowback it comes. So if you have like a super long vent system, the blower's not going to pull it all the way out because it's too far to go. So that's why some companies have like one blower every like 50 feet or something. So that's kind of like something to keep in mind. But if it's just like going out a window, like you're good. Yeah, the CFM, that's it, yep. Yeah, so if you make it close to the window, you'll be good. The reason why I had to look more into mine is because I run mine from the airbrush booth along the wall into the garage, so I didn't want to have it like not get anything out of the studio. But having a good booth, a good airbrush compressor, and an airbrush changes everything. Once you have those things, it really makes a difference. I should have did it years and years ago. I really don't think you're going to have issue with a fire. Like, even when I do acrylics and enamels, I'm never really spraying to the point where it's like spraying like a car or a bike, motorbike. You're only painting like little areas. So I really don't think you're going to have to worry about much of that. one's booty is just giving me trouble. It's like the Aves doesn't want to move where I want it to. So I'm going to end up doing this like 2 times probably. Oh well, at least most of it's done. You just change out your filter, you know, make sure you don't glob the stuff on, you'll be fine. A clogged filter I would be more worried about than just spraying without one. Alright, so I gotta sand this down, clean this up a bit, and this side over here clean this up, but at least it's not sagging down to here. It's like down to there before. So, alright, so we got a little bit of the Aves left, so let's work out the neck a bit. At least get something pretty much up there. So this is old Aves, so it's kind of already starting to toughen up. Everyone in chat, are you is there any Patreons that didn't vote yet? I think everybody in chat must have voted already. I gotta get everyone involved on this. That's pretty cool, Iceman. That's not a bad option. Yeah, I think I saw your vote, Raccoon. I know Raz did, Jacob did. I just gotta get everybody else in there. I mean, I appreciate the patrons supporting me. I just want to get some more involved, that's all. If we only get 4, then we'll just go from your 4 then. We'll just pull it out of the hat and that'll be it. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think tomorrow or Sunday I'll try to message everybody. I'll try to send them messages to get in and vote. I mean, we could do a wild card 2 option. I don't know, maybe I can have, I don't know. What do you think of maybe like a wild card option where I can find somebody to do, like, make a character vote and throw it randomly in the pile as well? I don't know. I gotta try to see if I get more involved first. If I can, then we won't do it, but see what happens. So we're going to try to close up the chest a bit too, only because it's a little bit missing. I might end up reworking this, but at least we can get some of it going now. Probably not going to do much with the neck unless we know if we're going to attach the head or not. Man, this stuff tightened up fast on me. Holy hell. It's only been, what, maybe an hour? Damn. I also need to start planning out that Psylocke kit when I get a chance, because I have this huge Batman base of Prime 1 on my floor I'm fixing up for somebody. And my garage, my studio doesn't have a lot of room. That's not a bad idea, Jacob. If we don't get everybody involved, I'll let everybody put 2 votes in that voted. It's not a bad idea. Just so we can have more options. I don't know, as Patreon members, can you message other members, or... I'm not saying like go hound everybody, but I figured you know, maybe send out a message. I'll do it on Sunday. Screw it. Yeah, I would love to have a shitload of votes, and then we can like dwindle, you know, weed it down some. I know Harley isn't known for having a huge chest, but I'm going to just make this better than how it was for now. Yeah, I love the mecha varnish stuff. That stuff is amazing. I wish somebody told me about it a while back. I just stumbled upon it at the hobby store. I was like, yeah, matte varnish, let me try it. And that stuff's amazing. You know what it is I've tried a lot of matte clear coats, and they always claim that it flattens it, and then I try it and it just does not flatten anything. But that mecha varnish though, that stuff flattens it and it doesn't cloud it up either, which is nice. Clouding up your item is the important part. I haven't noticed if it's scratch proof or not, because it always depends on the paint underneath your clear coat. So if your paints underneath are acrylics and they're not bonded correctly, you could probably still scratch it. So Maybe it just needs a while to cure, like really like cure up. It doesn't like cure in like a day. It seems to take a little while. Like you could use a blow dryer, but I still feel it needs a little bit longer than just a blow dryer. Yeah, thinner helps a lot on it if you could thin it down, because it loves to clog my airbrush though. That's the only downside with it. Well, I use water and a little bit of alcohol just to help dry it up if you need to move its pace a little bit. Actually, talking to a friend, we might actually go to the Connecticut Comic-Con. I forget the name. It's like Tristan or something. I don't know what it's called. It's at the end of the month, so I think I might be going to that. I want to do more comic book shows this year and next year if I can. Is anyone going to San Diego Con? That must be a nightmare to go to that one. There's a new thing every month now. Variants of variants of variants. It's out there, it's out there. You can't run from it. Yeah, the last time I went to the New York Con was like 2016 or 17, I think. And I decided not to go there anymore because there was no comic books. It was just advertisement companies. You know, like Sony, you know, stuff like that. So I just, when I went to the convention about a week ago, it was a blast because it was just comic books. Tons and tons and tons of comics. It was fun to see that stuff again. You guys see that that guy on YouTube? He's starting his own comic book universe. It's called Ripple Universe. He raised like $1 million in like 48 hours. It actually seems like a really cool universe comic book. I'm thinking about getting in on it because it looks like old school comic stuff. But man, more power to him. Made a friggin' over $1 million in 48 hours. That's crazy. Hey, what's up, Jared? Well, I mean, all superhero stuff is basic. But it looks pretty interesting, though. So, I'm thinking about checking it out. Yeah, Jacob, that's it. Ism or Ism. It looks pretty cool. You know what it is we need more people like this, though. Because the comic industry has gotten very poor for what they're doing. So more competition, more original stuff. I'm all for it. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Cause I did I did the Jayon Lee Kickstarter for his original comic. And there's two others I did. I forgot. One was oh, I forgot the name of it already. I don't know. I'm just trying different stuff. I want to just venture off into some fun original content stuff. Then. Because Marvel and DC, I don't know what the hell they're doing anymore. I just need to put a little kick in the big two's asses, so this way they realize that fans out there can make some stuff. And you don't have to rely on them anymore, Competition is good. Yeah, I say the same thing, Iceman. Marvel and DC are long done. Don't get me wrong, I love the characters, I love the old stories, I love the statues. They're just not just making fun stuff anymore. So I'm going to shave some of this down a little bit. I know it seems very big for her, but we'll get it shaved down some. Yeah, I still read all my old Marvel and DC stuff every once in a while. Just the new stuff just doesn't. But I'm happy a lot of creators out there are creating their own stuff. I like the idea that this guy didn't use Kickstarter or Indiegogo or GoFundMe. He did it all on his own website, which is absolutely amazing. So every dollar goes to him, which is, I think that's why he's being attacked, because he didn't use any of the other platforms to fundraise. Yeah, pretty much, Iceman. Jacob, you mean... Why would you get kicked out of the convention? Like, what are you going to do to get kicked out? Well, that's kind of sucks. I mean, honestly, I like the smaller conventions now anyway, because the one I went to, they had all old X-Men books, Spider-Man books, Fantastic Fours, stuff from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. There was nothing current anywhere on all the shelves. And I had an absolute blast, because even all the back issues, nothing from like 2010 or up, really. And that's what I really loved about the convention. It was just so much fun. I actually picked up a couple books here and there, some graded Power Girl stuff. 2 Adam Hughes covers, and I sent in some books to get restoration. Well, not restoration, pressed. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah, the artist alley was pretty cool too. All that stuff. That's what I enjoy more now. I'd rather do smaller stuff like that for now on and really just have fun. Yeah, I think when I went to the last New York Con, like I said, I think it was around 2016. I went at it as a professional, so I had the professional pass. And when I was first doing the professional pass, it was very few people. And then the last year I went, there was a longer line of professionals than there was of regular people going in the show. So I think they got wise that everybody was scamming the system. Wow. Maybe they just didn't like you. They wanted you out of there. Yeah, this whole neck is going to have to be reworked. It's too high up. So we'll figure that out, whatever wins. Yeah, I've heard there's a lot of ego stuff going on with that, but that's alright. Smaller cons is more fun anyway. Alright, so that's a good start for her chest. So you kind of see a lot of this upper part was missing because she is pulling her back. So this whole thing is going to have to be reworked. I'm going to fill this over here just to secure it. Yeah, it's not worth it. I love New York Comic Con and when it was like comics, and there was a lot of the old school like vendors and stuff like that. But once they started getting rid of all the comic book dealers, I really didn't enjoy going anymore. I guess the other thing too is the tables are so expensive. It's very hard for a lot of these guys to afford this stuff. What is it, like something like 40,000 a weekend or something? I forget how much they said they charge for tables. Alright, let me wash my hands real quick. Actually, wash out the brushes. Alright, it's cleaned up. Yeah, the one comic store I used to go to, he used to give out the New York Con tickets because he never went to the show. But I always got the professional pass. But I heard they got more strict over that stuff. So I don't think you can get those passes easy anymore. Alright, pulled out a new kit out of the fridge. That's not good. Okay, so a lot of her is done. I'm going to clean up the booty, clean up this area over here, clean up some of this stuff here, fine tune it when I get a chance. Let's see if we can kind of clean it up, maybe harden up a bit, a little bit more. Yeah, it's going to need to be a little fixed up. Alright, so that's going to get fixed up. So I got to work on the arm a bit here, clean that up a bit. Chest is looking better than what it was, but the neck area is all going to get reworked because I have to figure out how to, depending on what's going to happen, like, you know, if, say the item that wins, if you see her neck, then I'll have to rework this neck area because right now it's too long. And of course this stuff is going to come off probably. So I'm going to have to rework up this face when I get a chance. I'm going to have to chop this stuff off. Whenever I get extra magic sculpt or eaves as I'm working, I'll clean up the arms here. You can see all the crappy casting they did. And then I guess we also have to figure out whatever wins, if she's going to have these shoes or different shoes. So I'm trying to get the tedious stuff cleaned up now while I can. Because you never know, a jacket might cover this arm, but if one wins and the jacket doesn't, it's better to have this cleaned up than not. So she is looking pretty good right now. So that's pretty much ahead of the game. For April O'Neil, I have to figure out the hands. These hands are going to be a pain. This might be delayed a little bit more. Because I looked on that trader site and they have some hands that are actually like could hold something. So I'm thinking I could print out a better hand holding a microphone. So I'm gonna look again this weekend and get them printed out. I figure if I get the hands worked out, I can start working on the collar. I want to get these situated first before I start diving into here, because if I have to cut this stuff, it'll be a nightmare with the flaps hanging off. So, hey Bars, yeah, hopefully it works out pretty well. So I'm also going to find a manhole, get a manhole printed. So I figure I can get the hand situated and I get the manhole printed at the same time. So this way I can get this organized. But I figure we can work on her hair up here and try to get this sort of finished up. So I think once I finish up the hair, she'll be ready for paint. I think I'm going to build up a little bit more hair around here too. Kind of cover the face a bit. Do I have a... No, I do not. So I just pulled this out of the fridge, and it's usually hard as a rock, but it softens up fairly fast. So without cutting myself, I'm just gonna try to cut a little of this out. Don't need a hell of a lot. Alright, so since this is fresh, hopefully it's a little bit softer than the other stuff I used last week. I might have to keep leaving this in the refrigerator to fix it. No, I didn't really check Iceman. I haven't really had a chance to sit down on Instagram lately. Been so busy. Most of the time I just kind of skim through real quick. Boris, if you send me an email recently, I apologize because I've been so busy and I'm actually losing track with emails. I've had so many emails in the past 3 weeks, I can't keep up. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I guess a lot of people must have found me for repairs. So I'm having a lot of repair requests and I can't do them all, so. I wish this stuff could go faster, but sadly it doesn't. But a 1/3 scale chung lathe, that's a pretty big item, isn't it? I haven't seen one in person. What were you trying to do with it? Maybe you could refresh my memory. Yeah, I'll be honest, as of right now, this year is looking still fairly booked up because I only just recently kind of finishing my backlog from the lockdowns. You know, the lockdown screwed everything up, so. But as I tell people, it's best to keep in contact with me. It's not that you're bugging me. It's just that I can't get to everything at once. But people who are in contact usually and are serious are ones that I try to get stuff done. Because I get a lot of people who want stuff done yesterday and I can't do it, and then I never hear from them again. And then there's other people who are always in contact with me, and then when something opens up, I'm able to work with them. I just can't overload myself. Once you start overloading yourself with work, you'll never get anything done. Yeah, best to email me through my site. Don't use Instagram. I tend not to pay much attention to the Instagram stuff because it's hard to message. Yeah, it's best to keep in contact. I don't promise everything, but I try to get as much done as I can. Yeah, like Jacob's on the list. You know, I haven't forgotten about his items. Just working down the line. So why we got some fresh aids. Let's do shot. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. As long as they don't shut down the world again and stop production on stuff. Oh, I'll catch up sooner or later. So just to give you guys an idea, you see those little line marks? I kind of notched out some stuff here. So this way when I put in glue, it'll bond it a little bit better. So now usually I would pin this, but I don't have a lot of room to pin this thing, so I think that glue should hold it pretty well. And if you really want to be super perfect, some Insta-Set. I need to get a new bottle. This Insta-Set bottle is such a pain in the ass. I put this little thing in here. I think it broke on me. Now, at any point, like a resin kit like this, if I feel that this leg isn't secured enough, what I might do is I might just Dremel a hole here up into the body and then put a rod in there to lock it in place, which I still might do, but we'll see how tough it is tomorrow. I mean, they gave such a thick key for this one, you know? I mean, the key is so thick, so... Jacob, this is just a side project for myself. Long story short is I have a lot of that AK Interactive clear resin, and I don't know the shelf life on it. So I have a lot of anime kits collecting dust, so I'm going to put this one together so I can use that AK Interactive. So this is the resin water, and I don't know if there's a shelf life to this stuff once you open it. So I don't like to let this stuff go bad. Because I don't have really anything coming up that I'll use this stuff for. So I figure I could put her in like a pool or something. One of the many things on my shelf. There's a lot of anime kits out there I like that are just like good anime kits, so I just kind of want to do them for fun. So I'm not trying to make anything off of them. So this one was just a bathing suit character. I really like the sculpt. So I figured, what the hell, let me pick it up for fun. You know what it is I like the sculpt, I just didn't like their original paint application. So I figured I would try something else. Just fun to experiment on these items, try different things. No, I'm waiting to do my TV room, and then I'm gonna fixinata. Because as of right now, I can't display all the parts in the Besta. So I'm going to wait until I get the display done, and then I can fix her up. I just need to do a repair and kind of clean up some areas. But all in all, the statue itself is really good, so I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, see, these resin kits are cool, but sometimes they don't fit perfect because they rip apart a PVC statue and then they make a kit. So I'm going to have to use like super fresh A's and clean up the seam, but I'll do that once this is cured up. So on to her hair. No, Jacob, the only thing that was wrong with her was her, the base was broken. But the base was very plain. So I think I might paint the rocks to make them like a lot better. And I think I might just touch up some of her outfit a bit. But all in all, the statue looks fine because it looks like the anime. So I gotta do all the Power Girls. I gotta get all those going once I get my display room done. So I got a lot of stuff to do. By the time I'm done with everything and I get all my grails, I'll probably be like ready to sell the house and move into an old fart home or something. So, hello, Ming. Here a bit. So I think we're gonna have her hair come like down the arm a bit. So let's start seeing how far I can take this.
closer. See that into the frame.
the bots are back. I've had different types of bots, but this is common on like a lot of channels. If you ever watch live streamers, but they have like, you know, dedicated moderators to help them out. It just happens like on everywhere. It's just funny that I'm not a big channel and they're doing it here. But it's automatic. It just goes to lots of streamers. I mean, I watch a couple live streamers on YouTube, and you can see the bots that go in there and spam stuff. But a lot of the guys I watch are really big streamers, so they have like, their spam is just going like crazy. If I ever hit big time, I'll get some moderators. But I doubt that's ever going to happen, so it doesn't matter. That's why I like Picardo a lot, because you don't have to worry about that kind of spam shit. But it's alright. Not the end of the world. Yeah, I've been really busy. It's a lot. I haven't had a chance to really stream. A lot of stuff that required a lot of focus. So, Vega Man, this is it's like a clay, but it's an epoxy. so it cures up in like 6 to 8 hours, as hard as a rock. I pretty much use it on all my sculpts. It's either A's fix it, you mix A and B together in equal amounts, or regular epoxy sculpt. So you mix it together, you have about 2 hours before it starts to harden, 3 hours it really hards, 8 hours it's like polystone. Yeah, Iceman, I think YouTube is kind of like not really updating their software and the bots are coming out like crazy. Usually they kind of fix that, but they haven't really been doing it, so. Yeah, Abe's had a sale about a couple weeks ago, but it was only for like, 10% off, which pretty much just gives you free shipping. Hey Butterfly, how's it going? Yeah, Ming, if you want, you can hit me up on Instagram. You can contact me on my website's contact page, and I can always try and reply to you when I get a chance. If I don't reply right away, it's not that I'm ignoring you, it's just probably just swamped with everything else. But I try and talk to as many people as I can. Butterfly, back in the Bowen Designs day, a lot of people were hiring sculptors to sculpt legs for busts. So it's, I've never done it, but what I've done is I've taken legs of another statue and I added those to a bust. So a lot of the Bowen Design stuff were like in scale. So you were able to like take legs off a broken statue or even just a new one and make a bust into a statue. So that happened a lot in the Bowen Designs era. But if you want to sculpt from scratch, guys like Troy McDivitt, he used to do that a lot for people. If you saw that one video I did where the Khazar bust, we had Troy McDivitt sculpt the legs, and then I put the bust on top of the legs. So I did a video series on the Khazar. Is it Khazar or Khazar? I don't know, I forget the name. You could do anything as long as it's in scale and as long as you chop it up and attach it, you can do it. It's not unheard of. It happened a lot back in the Bowen days. I'm just not that good at sculpting from scratch, you know. I wish I had the same secretary from Ghostbusters. Janine was hot as hell. That should be your next sculpt, Iceman. Make a Janine. Just have her sitting at the desk answering the phone. That'd be perfect. What bust is it? Because I've never really messed with like cold cast porcelain. It all depends on what kind it is. Like, you know, XM Studios claims theirs is, but I never really chopped one up yet. So I'm not sure how, you know, if you can chop them up without cracking. No, I don't have anything like link enabled for YouTube, unless you were a moderator or something, because I would get spammed all hell. If it's a Disney cold cast porcelain, then yeah, that would be a nightmare. If it's like a XM cold cast porcelain, it might work. Yeah, you can message me on Instagram. Or if you have my email, one or the other. Yeah, if you message me or just let me know. Take a look at it whenever. I'm trying to have fun with the hair. You know, her hair is really. I'm gonna build out the front a little bit more, and I think that'll be it. It's just a weird angle though, that's the only issue. Butterfly, are you still out there doing what you said last time with the trucker stuff, or are you kind of, is that over now? Wow, butterfly, that's pretty cool. You got my vote. Even though I can't vote in, what is it, Canada? You got my vote. Jacob, I clean as I go. You know what it is? It's a smaller statue, so it's kind of hard to keep it clean. But I am trying to sort of wipe stuff away. And then when I prime and I clean and I prime, it'll get better. But Terrell, wrinkles? Whenever you do wrinkles, you should actually study wrinkles. Like, go on Google and look up outfits and see where wrinkles. So if your arm is like forward, look at how your wrinkles go in that shirt. If your arm is backwards, or if it goes in your crotch or around the booty, or if it's tight around the waist, you just got to study wrinkles and get an idea where they are. Ah, so you are in Canada. Ah, well. Well, hopefully you win. Just remember us little people if you win. Yeah, like Terrell on so when I did her wrinkles, you just got to kind of get an idea how wrinkles go around these areas, and like if it kind of goes a little bit here, and then like on the booty, if it's tight, you should get a feel on how like wrinkles look there. So you just got to kind of study them actually. I have a habit when I'm like out and about and I look at people, I don't really like look at them. I kind of look at the wrinkles, the color, the shading of outfits, and just get a feel on how things flow. You know, don't be afraid to go online and look up anything, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. You know what it is? I have this on, and I'm looking at the screen far away with it on, and I read it wrong. As far as hair, it's the same thing. I just kind of study hair, and I also look at a lot of people that do drawings of hair. So, for example, if we look at you know, his hair sculpt in drawing, so you see how he drew the hair and that hair, you sort of get the same feel for it. It's almost like drawing, but you're sculpting at the same time. Yeah, I'm getting old, guys. I'm sorry. I can't see the screen that far away anymore. I think it's time for me to actually go and get my glasses from the prescription I got. I've been too lazy. But that's why you guys are here to correct me on what I can't see. But as far as hair goes, I just kind of get in the zone, and I kind of just run with it. Nah, you guys ask away. I read the chat wrong all the time. You know what it is? I'm sculpting, I'm looking, I'm reading, I'm trying to make sure there's no bots coming in. So yeah, don't be afraid to say, hey, that's not what I asked. No, it's just study hair, study the design, look at the way people draw. You know, it's also practice. It took me a long time to get where I'm at with this, and I'm still learning as I go. Raccoon, whenever I had to do lines, like if I have to do a line on like going down her leg, like you know when I did the Jessica Rabbit lines behind the leg, what I did is I did a very light watercolor line going down, and then if I sort of messed up, I kind of wipe it away and I go back down like a very, very light line with watercolor. And then once I sort of get that line going, then I start thickening it up. And I do a better line like that than trying to do it with straight paint. I don't know if that'll help you. You can just split up the hair like what I did with the Velma hair. Because her hair was a bob hair, so instead of just doing line work going straight down, you kind of like split it up and you kind of make it look like the hair is folding in with each other. Also like with Roberto Von Burr did with that hair sculpt I commissioned him for that Power Girl, the bob hair look. So you don't have to just do straight lines, you can kind of split it up. Like, I don't have an example really. I got a little bit more cleaning up to do on her, but I think we're looking pretty decent. I don't know, what do you guys think? Maybe we'll zoom out. I gotta take off these glasses, damn. Alright. I mean, once it cures up, I can maybe add a little bit more hair through the hands, you know. Right now it's pushing it if I try to add more onto it. But I'm trying to create that little bit of that heavy hair on this side where it's kind of lighter on this side. So it's got a lot of that. So I might have to, I don't know, what do you guys think? I might have to thicken this side up a bit. A little bit more. Iceman? The filter needs to be changed when it looks like absolute shit and it's not pulling in paint anymore. I try to do my filters every few paint ups. Unless I spray a lot of, if you're going to do a lot of priming out of a rattle can, you're going to end up changing your filters a lot. Let's pull this down and kind of look at it a little bit better. Let me wash my hands real quick. Alright, the sun's kind of went away. I think I can turn the AC off now. Yeah, just design your booth, build it, buy the filters in bulk, so you're not running to, like, you know, Home Depot every day. Have them on hand, and then when they get nasty and filled up, change it. You know what it is, you'll get a feel for it after a few times. You'll start learning, like, okay, it's getting bad, I gotta change it. And then there's times like, nah, I can get through another paint up with it. Get this piece out of my face. Alright, so what do you guys think? Yeah, I gotta do a filter order myself. I'm down to one more set. This is a fun little custom. It's got a lot of hair. So I think what I'll do is I'll let it cure up. I think I'll add a little bit more between the fingers. Because I think the fingers need a little bit more through there. I gotta clean up back there. I'm gonna clean up her face and body. But all in all, I think she's pretty much ready to go, other than just finishing up the hair. What, you mean more over here? I have a little Abe's left. We can maybe fill some more down there. I mean, I don't mind adding a little bit more. Are you talking about this in here? The only reason why I threw a lot in there is because it's so over her side there. So she's pulling her arm back and it's kind of squeezing in there. I wanted to give it a little bit of a sexiness to it, you know? Yeah, I tried to sculpt it coming down around here more. I mean, I could add a little bit more there. Let's kind of play with it a bit real quick. I mean, I could add more coming down a little bit. Oh, you mean this part here, Jacob? I'll leave my finger here until you say so. Yeah, I'm gonna add I gotta do it a little bit at a time, because if I start screwing around up in here, I'll screw all this up. So I need to let this cure up, and then I could kind of clean in here a bit more. I might even add a little bit more underneath around the ear. I mean, what I could do is we can add a little bit more here and kind of bring it in, sort of. Sort of like that. I got a feel for it. Yeah, I'll let this area cure up before I start screwing with it, because I know when I do hair, if I try to start putting stuff here, I'll screw all this up. Little bit at a time with hair for me. Just keep doing a little bit at a time. Section by section. Man, every time I touch this thing... Alright. So what we'll do is we'll kind of fix this up. I might have to thicken this up a little bit more. But we'll kind of just run with this here. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just, like I said, I'm just building as I go. So sometimes you gotta correct the area, look at it far away, walk away from it. You know what it is too, her hairstyle for anime works fine for anime, but trying to do it more realistic wise, trying to keep it in line with it. But yeah, just gotta keep playing with it. I mean, once I paint her up, have a better feel for like, oh yeah, that's who it is. At least I hope so. I mean, she is becoming a top-heavy type of a kit. But, so what I'll maybe do is, so that's what I did with that. So, we'll let this cure up, and then maybe what I could do is build this up a little bit more here, too, and build a little bit more up there. And I think that might give her a little bit more heaviness over here. Well, maybe not so much here, but maybe a little bit more up there. Yeah, just maybe I just need to build up this section here a little bit more next time. I think if I build this part over here, because right now it's kind of flat against her arm. So I think if it just kind of comes up a little bit more of a curve over there, we'll get that that curve right here from her hair, you know? A little bit more over there. And I think that's all that's really missing on it. Just a little bit. So you like this part a little bit better now? Yeah, I think it just fill a little bit more up around these hand air stuff. maybe I'll kind of bring a little bit more over here just to give it a little bit more flow. And I think maybe we'll fill up this area up here a bit more. Over there a little bit more like that. And I think it'll give it that nice little hoop area. I'll clean up underneath in the ear area as well. A little bit over there. And I think that should pull it together without making this thing super crazy top heavy. Individual hairs, like if I tried to make them like, you know, string out, I can do that. I'll just have to use wires as an armature. But she really doesn't have hair that kind of flows out. Like, sometimes you can sculpt hair with Aves and not put an armature in there and it's fairly strong. But any kind of resin or polystone or Aves will snap and break even if you have an armature. Stuff will break no matter what, but if I wanted to add like some random strands coming down or something, I can do it. But like if you really wanted to add like a wire here and make it look like the hair is kind of falling down as she's lifting her hair, that can be done. But that requires a lot more, like put in an armature, put a little tiny Aves on it, let it cure, then build over that Aves, and then make sure you don't snap it. And then the other problem is when you do it, you got to make sure when you're masking and painting you don't snap the stuff. So yeah, it's a lot of planning involved before you just start adding it. I like to try to salvage a lot of like sideshow statues that have PVC hair strands. So those I can actually use to like glue on an area and then build off of that. If I do have that stuff at times. I try, whenever I do hair, I try not to make it like single strands all over the place. If I can help it, only because you're just asking for a world of hurt. But yeah, so I think that's where I'm going to end it today. I'm pretty happy with what we got so far. So next week I could try to finish it up. I'm going to work on figuring out her hands. I'm going to try to get all the Patreons onto this Harley. But at least Harley's booty is pretty much a little bit better than what it was. So I'm going to have to sand this down. I got to clean this area up over here. The way Sideshow made it is they made this part over here thicker than this side. So I'm just going to have to clean some of this up. But at least her chest is a lot better now. So we're pretty much ready to go. So yeah, I'm going to call it. You guys have a good weekend. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to try to put up the Miss Marvel I finished up, so you guys can check that out. And then we'll see what we can get done next week. So have a good one, guys.